What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Plus Club on Tasty Loot Gaming. In case you don't know, Plus Club is a show where we play games that are offered to us by PlayStation Plus throughout the month, every month, and at the end of the month, we have a discussion on the games that were offered. This month was Nom Nom Galaxy and Helldivers.
Democracy Strikes Back.
Thank you. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
Chevy.
I'm Chris.
And only 2 games this month, but both good games in my opinion. So let's just jump into that. Let's talk about Helldivers. In case you didn't play that, hopefully you did, but in case you didn't, Helldivers is a 4-player cooperative, same screen or online, top-down shooter where you have to cooperate and communicate to essentially do random procedurally generated objectives and survive. You unlock a bunch of random stuff, and it's a dope game. What do you guys think of it? What did you guys think of it playing this month?
It was nice to come back to it because I remember we bought it when it first came out. And there's a lot more content now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of the blue stuff, new items all over the place.
One thing I like about it more than I like Magicka is that attacking isn't so complicated, but to use your abilities and do objectives, you have that Magicka like combo thing going still.
There's definitely an influence there, but it feels more streamlined in my opinion. And I like the combo system because it adds to the hectic gameplay of everybody shooting, you're ducking under
trying to
bullets,
get out your
things are coming up to
fucking mech
kill
at
you,
the same time,
and you're still trying to like call in whatever support item you're calling in. What'd you guys?
I really enjoyed the co-op. That game is definitely a fucking game you play with other people.
So me and Chris were just saying outside, he was saying that he played it by himself when he originally played it, and it's not a game you play by yourself.
No, it was infinitely more fun when it was all 4 of us just getting stepped on by mechs and fucking crushing myself with fucking mechs.
Make sure to watch the episode we did on Wednesday to see that.
Throwback. And but you're right. Kind of coming back to it from early on, it's awesome. They even changed a few things with the UI. You know, like
and a lot more tutorial type stuff too.
Yeah. It seemed like it was a more really big fleshed out game with the additions of those the DLCs. But like I said, play it with people. It's way more fun. You can't really go wrong with a couch co-op game like that.
One thing that's really cool with the game is to be able to play like 4 players on the same screen, and the game lends itself to that in the way it's played. It's really fun to be able to sit there and talk strategy and be all together when mayhem happens and shit. And there's nothing better feeling than in just like in MMOs, that whole like when a plan works and no one shoots each other and shit. You're like, we fucking did it. This is awesome. What do you think of the game, Chris?
It was a lot of fun. It reminded me a lot of when I was a kid and I played Gauntlet Legends. A lot of that game. So it's a nice little throwback. It's a little different twist on it. I think everybody would enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And like we said before, it's made by the same guys who made Magicka. Do you guys prefer this over Magicka or vice versa?
I prefer Helldivers.
Over
Magicka.
Yeah.
I prefer the gameplay of Helldivers, but I like the look of Magicka better.
Magicka definitely has a certain je ne sais quoi of the way it looks, like, and the way it plays. It's definitely its own game.
I do believe Helldivers was made in partnership with Sony. I know it is on PC as well, but I don't think that one came out on Xbox.
I don't think it did either.
So I think Sony actually helped with the process of making the game, which might be why
Well, because originally it wasn't
streamlined.
exclusive.
Yeah.
So when it first came out, which makes sense. Because I remember when it was coming out, I was like, this is made by the same guys who made Magicka, like that. It promised the same kind of like, don't fucking kill each other, hectic gameplay, and it was only come out for PS4. I thought was weird because it seemed like a game that could be on anything, really.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the game a lot. I enjoy playing with people. Of course, that's how you play it.
Yep.
It's just a solid game. We slightly discussed it on the Wednesday episode, but what kind of people do you think would enjoy this game? Like, would you suggest?
Really, anybody who enjoys like a good co-op game. Like I said, I mean, it's definitely not like Mario Party or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're just hanging out
Less
with a bunch of
frustrating than Mario Party.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Less controller destroying. But, you know, if you and your friends are just looking for something to play, it is, I'd say it's a little more of an investment than doing like a race in Mario Kart or something like that.
Right.
So, I mean, it definitely is something you kind of want to just sit down and play. It is something that's, to me, addicting, because I didn't want to stop playing, so it was addicting enough to I wanted to keep playing with all
Well,
of
it kind of
us.
offers you levels in like bite-sized amounts. You can play like a planet if you wanted to and unlock one thing, or you can sit there and play a bunch of them. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
across
what you want to
three
get out of it.
different campaigns, pretty much, with
Yeah.
the 3 different races of antagonists, if you will. But yeah, I would recommend it to pretty much anybody who likes to play games with their friends, who's not looking for like that casual co-op kind of game.
Yeah. What items and weapons did you guys prefer?
I didn't really try a whole lot of different ones, but I have the sniper rifle that I used from the first time I played, and it was still very satisfying weapon because as soon like you just point at someone and you shot and they were just dead. As for like I had saw like with your shotgun, sometimes you'd have to shoot them 2 or 3 times, and I didn't have that, like 2 at most, and something would die. But
Shotgun's got a spread though, right?
it has
Yeah.
a spread.
Yeah, which is nice for crowds.
I have to hit them, but no, it's neat. I also had a little mishap with the turrets, yeah. So, but those are always fun.
Friendly fire in that game is a real bitch.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny too because the turrets are they help a shitload, but they're also really dangerous, which
Yeah.
I love.
Devastating.
It's a really cool
Fucking-
kind of double-edged sword because they're sitting there, they're mowing everything down. They kill the fuck out of everything, but they kill the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
Like, they will kill you too. So,
Yeah.
which adds to the fun of the game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's been times though when I think it was you, Chevy, and I, and like we were defending something. We all just threw down turrets and we just ducked, just got on our faces, and we're just waiting there. And turrets are going fucking nuts. But then you guys fucking threw down your turrets, and they just went and aimed at each other pretty much, and fucking just laying into one another. I was like, well, fuck. Like even getting crushed by like the fucking evac ship, like that's fucked. Like
Yeah.
nothing's worse than like, holy fuck, I beat this mission. Fucking evac ship goes plop, and you're just dead. And you're like, fuck.
I played with random groups where like the whole group just got killed off by it, like right when it showed up, and it's just me. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna leave. This isn't good. Like most people, I'm a huge fan of the mech. I think it's really fun. There's something really satisfying about in a game where there's just endless enemies coming, just being able to just hold the trigger down and unload forever. It seems like
Yeah, but it's just but I think they're balanced well.
well, they
because,
move really slow. They
fucking turning
really
sucks.
slow.
They're not weak by any means,
No.
but I think later on, there's way bigger monsters fucking later.
Oh no, we
And I
ran into
think-
that on Wednesday's show.
Yeah,
We tried a mission that was a little more challenging than I think we anticipated.
No, those fucking tentacles just came and just ripped us into fucking the earth. And but yeah, I mean, so like the mech isn't like the end all be all, but it is nice help.
Definitely. It's good support. I don't think everybody should be in one, but it's good to
Yeah.
have one or two.
Yeah. Well, like our pretty much Oregon Trail fucking train we had going on with a fucking mech in the front and the
Manifest
back.
Destiny.
Yeah, and fucking the 2 in the middle.
What weapons and stuff did you like or prefer in the game, Chris?
I like shotguns in any kind of game. I don't know what it is about the appeal of shotguns,
You and
but
Josh agree on that.
it's usually because I'm not paying too much attention and things catch me off guard. I'm like, nah, fuck, and I
just
just
fire in their direction.
blow up things in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the mech and the shotgun. Don't use that sunbeam gun though, because that thing fucking was garbage.
Isn't it just a continuous beam?
Yeah, and then it'll overheat.
Oh.
It's
Does it have ammo?
it's actually, yeah, and it works really weird. So if you heat it up, and then you let it cool the fuck down, you won't lose that clip. But if you overheat it, you have to reload it, and you lose that clip. So you have to be really careful. But of course, when you're fucking firing, it's just fucking slow as shit. You can't. It sucked. So, yeah, I mean, like, being focused on like a larger monster than maybe, but the little guys are fucking assholes.
Yeah. So overall, we all liked the game.
Yeah.
It was fun revisiting it. I feel like we could probably play it again, just for the fuck of it, because it was fun. I liked playing it with you guys. But yeah, let us know in the comments below. Are you playing it? Did you play it? What'd you think of it? Are you interested in it? What's your favorite weapons and items in the game? Let us know in the comments below. And the second game that we're going to talk about is Nom Nom Galaxy, a pixel junk game. That's essentially kind of an amalgamation of a lot of different genres. It's a tower defense, it's a base building game, it's a resource game, it's a management game,
survival game,
defense game. It's a lot of things. It's a 2D perspective, same screen co-op, I believe. It is. Me and you did an episode on that. And yeah, it was a huge surprise for me because I originally looked at it and I was like, oh, it's just another platformer. And then I looked into it further. I was like, oh, it's like Terraria, which is kind of cool, whatever. I was completely wrong. It's so many different things. It's really, it's almost overbearing on how many things you have to do in that game. It's a game that I think you really need to play with people. Again, just like Helldivers.
Yeah, and actually, Pixel Junk Monsters, their tower defense game, was a lot like that.
How much time did you guys put into Nom Nom Galaxy?
I know me and you spent an evening playing.
Yeah.
At least. So.
I played it a little bit prior to that, so I probably put like a good 4 or 5 hours into it.
I put about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Me and you played together. You played it by yourself, Josh? And then did you play it by yourself? It's too bad. The game's a lot... Because I originally played it by myself, and it's a lot better with people. What'd you guys think of it?
I thought it was really neat. It was kind of a neat game. I was actually really surprised, when I was learning shit, and I was like, fuck. I was like, there's, you can automate shit, and I was like, this is going to be a huge pain in my ass. It's actually
first.
Yeah, but then, you get the hang of what the individual, robots do, and it's not. You know, it's fucking, there's robots that run back and forth. There's robots that fucking shoot shit up or down.
Yeah.
You know, there's conveyor belts. I mean, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It gives you a lot of tools to use, and you don't really quite utilize them until you kind of start understanding how the game works. Because after a while, me and Shelly started working almost like a machine, and we started putting conveyor belts down, and I was farming a certain area, he was farming a certain area, and we were every once in a while coming back and managing, but the robots were doing most of the work in the base itself. And we were just harvesting, essentially, and throwing it on the conveyor belt.
Reloading guns from time to time.
Yeah, and at that point, it's just a management game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really neat to kind of get all these little things you can use to kind of create a system. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it was like the Great Machine, that game from back in the day, except you just fucking... Yeah, it was the game. The game was not difficult, but the game was challenging. It seemed like up until you got everything in place, and then it was just trying to stay on top of it all.
What'd you think of it, Chris?
Well, I played by myself, so I had a little harder time getting things to go and flow right. And maybe I missed part of the instructions, but I had harder times figuring out certain things and keeping my factory up to date. But I became very, very, very obsessed with finding new soup recipes.
Yeah.
Just constant, the fuck is this? Let's put these two together.
There's hundreds, I think.
It's ridiculous.
Different recipes, which is crazy.
I mean, if I played with other people, I'd probably be addicted to it. But by myself, no.
Yeah, it was the soup thing was really fun. I was like, I wonder what that makes. I was like, oh shit, a new fucking ingredient. Let's literally put that one with every single other ingredient I just found and make some more shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably probably the most fun for me is finding the new recipes. That and just wandering. Because you get to find all those random weapons.
Well, I think it's interesting that you unlock those weapons as you play, but they're randomly placed on maps.
Yeah.
So you have to still find them and explore, but now you have access to new things to find, like the hoverboard and the weird tank and the fucking katana and shotgun.
Yeah.
Which I loved, the shotgun. Just blast into those fucking whatever the hell
the other corporation or whatever.
Tomatoes or
Yeah.
Tomates.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
fucking just shooting down into
I
that
murdered a whole
fucking.
family of them.
Yeah, I just fucking made a little square gun and I put my saw in there and I just let him sit in it. But yeah, plus like the oxygen thing, I thought was like you never really notice it until you're like, oh fuck, I'm about to fucking
Yeah.
sell my oxygen. Like you almost forget it because when you're in your factory, you don't worry about it. When you're around those auction flowers, you don't really worry about it. So yeah, that was like a resource I never really kept track of.
Yeah.
But it was always fucking like there to remind me like you can't stay out forever. So I mean, yeah, there was a couple times I was like, oh shit, I'm low on. It was like fucking Echo the Dolphin type shit where I was just like, I was low on air and I was like, oh shit, and I had to go find air real fast.
Yeah, it's stressful too, especially like when you're almost dead and you see like a pocket of air like outside.
Yeah,
or
it's
you're almost
Sonic.
at the base.
It's fucking do,
Yeah.
and you're like trying to wow. Yeah.
Fucking just-
No one here's ever played Sonic.
Never.
What'd you think of it, Joey?
I really enjoyed it. Very charming game, creative, absolutely.
Definitely. There's so many ideas in that game.
I would love to play it again. I've been wanting to, but it is like we've already brought up a million times. This is a co-op game, and I have no desire to play it by myself. So finding
Exactly.
time to like to get a couple of us together to actually like sit down and play the game is difficult, and I would love to delve more into it because
Ooh,
I've only
two-player
scratched the surface. I
Same
think
screen, but
four
online
player
it's
online.
4.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So and actually when me and you were playing, it seemed like we were doing really well, but I always felt like I was in a rush. Like there's
You were
too
always
much
more
to do.
stressed than I was because I was looking up at the thing. I'm like, we're so ahead, and you're like, we're getting behind. I'm like, I don't think we are. And like, you were fucking
Had
working
like
hard.
73% shares. He's like, we need to do more.
They're like 7, and we're like at like 25%. I'm like, we got a good lead. We're fine.
So I don't know. I think it'd be nice because then like you said you like doing the super recipe stuff. You obviously we're doing a lot of the defense and the gathering stuff.
What I think is cool about it is like everybody's gonna want to do different things, and if
Yeah.
you get it down to a science, you don't have to start thinking about like there's so many things to think about in that fucking game that playing by yourself is fucking daunting
Yeah.
because you're like, I got so much shit to do. If you had like someone just working on like gathering stuff for soup, someone working on defense, someone
So we're in
fucking
base building.
terraforming, so it's easier to get around
Automation,
and building
yeah.
the base. Like it takes a whole chunk of the game. You don't have to think about it anymore. So I think we should play a 4-player and see if that's the case, which I'm pretty sure it will be.
Yeah.
Who would you suggest this game to? Who do you think would be interested in this? Because I don't think this is a game everyone could play.
No, it seems like it would stress out people pretty bad just because it is a lot to take in, especially if you don't have people to play it with. I would probably suggest it to people who enjoy a lot of base building games like Terraria and stuff like that. And anyone who's into micromanaging games like
Definitely.
Lemmings and
Yeah.
Pikmin and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that was the thing with what I was thinking is if you're into like micromanagement games, it's right up your alley because that's what you got. That's what you do.
Yeah,
you're managing
exactly.
robots, you're managing fucking soup, and
defenses and
the whole game. You're just managing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a city builder. That's all you're doing is just overseeing everything, and you play a direct part in fucking making sure that it survives.
Right.
Yeah, casual gamers, I think, with friends to play it with. But other than that, not a very wide demographic. I
If you don't
think.
got no friends, this game isn't for you.
Yeah, yeah, Cody.
Can't play these games.
So overall, we all liked it.
Get them. Yeah.
Cool. Let us know in the comments below. Did you play the game? Did you like it? Are you interested in playing it? Was it not quite your cup of tea? Let us know. But I think it's gonna do it for this episode of Plus Club. We don't yet have the next PlayStation Plus games coming up, but we'll be sure to let you guys know. You probably already will know, but we'll repeat it again.
Yeah.
Probably on Tasty Tuesday or something next week, hopefully. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tastily Gaming. Check us out on Twitch, Sleep Division. Watch one of our many episodes or watch them all. There's plenty of them. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chevy.
I'm Chris.
Until next week, guys, we'll see you later. Take it easy, guys.